Since assuming office on May 29, 2015 as the 6th democratically elected governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Governor Nyesom Wike has leaned on his large vision of life and totally devoted himself to the well-being of his people and total transformation of the state. He set sail with a clear and legitimate vision to build a state that is truly united, secure, and prosperous, with boundless opportunities for everyone who lives in it to peacefully pursue their goals and realize their full potential in dignity and happiness.
Our take on that we are going to build a state that's truly united. So this issue of which ethnic group you come from should not arise at all. We are going to build a state where everybody's potential will be actualized.
Hitting the ground running, Governor Wike quickly reopened the Rivers State courts for business and restored public confidence in the integrity of the judicial system.
We came at a time when, of course, you know that in Rivers State, right from 2013 to 2015 precisely, there was no judicial system. In a sense, the courts were not operational. And if the courts were not operational, that means people had no access to justice. So on 29th of May 2015, one of the first things I did after taking my oath of office and oath of allegiance was to appoint an acting chief judge who, by the grace of God, was sworn in on the 2nd of June. And that gave way to the opening of the courts. That gave way to people having access to justice.
Under its imaginative Operation Zero Pothole, the Wike administration embarked on massive rehabilitation of 20.1 kilometers of roads, which were to provide great relief to many road users. The rehabilitation contract was executed by Julius Berger.
There was total collapse or decay of the basic infrastructure. And so what we did was that, look, we cannot talk about improving the economy of the state. We cannot talk about the state moving forward if the basic infrastructure in terms of road network, we cannot fix it. Take, for example, it may be shocking to you if you know where the headquarters of the State Department, SDS, what they call SSS, if you know where it is. And that is at the UTC junction, that is close to Government House. No matter how small that road, but it was a key. That tells you the state of our road network in the state then. It was something else. So we had to bring in Julius Berger and CCECC, which is a Chinese firm. So what we did was to declare Operation Zero Pothole. What that meant was that, look, every street in the state, particularly in the capital, we must have to give it a facelift so that people will feel happy. And that, of course, led to the decongestion of traffic in the city. And people saw what we were doing. And, of course, like Raji pointed out, we were giving the name Mr. Project, which we happily accept because based on what we are doing, we can feel even the blank and say, oh, look, something is going on in this state. Now, let me start from the Sapuma Bori. It's unfortunate, and that's the river southeast. In fact, that is majorly the Ogoni. But it's not only for the Ogonis. That road leads you to Opopo and Doni areas, which all of them are the same river southeast senatorial district. Politicians have used that road to play politics. As we vote for us, we will make sure we do like the Sapuma Bori road. That road has been a nightmare for commuters. That road has been something disturbing. So, what did we do? We said, look, when we are campaigning, we told the Ogoni people, if you vote for us, one thing we must do is to dualize that Sapuma Bori road. And we give God glory today that we didn't just make that promise, but we are fulfilling it. We believe by February, March next year, that road would have been completed. And that would have opened up the Ogoni area. We're also going on with the Unity Road, which is Anthony Opopo. That road was awarded by Dr. Peter Audley. He started that road. Luckily, he did well. Then the previous administration took over and abandoned the road. So we have come back to say, look, we cannot abandon this project. Let's see what we can do to finish that Unity Road. Now, look at Chokocho, Igbo Eche, to one more question. When we also went to Eche, when we were campaigning, it was deplorable. In fact, from the Chokocho axis of the road, there was nothing like road. I can tell you that. There was nothing like road. In fact, if you see the picture of that road, it was a gully. There was don't even call it road, because the grasses, everything was in that area. The bush. In fact, people were worried. How can people here survive? And so when we make promises that we're going to do that, they say, oh, politicians, you have come, you make promises you will not fulfill. But to the glory of God, when I came, I awarded the road. And today we have finished that road, which we are waiting for the acting president, which has promised us on the 18th of July to come and commission. This road network would think that would open up development in these two local, in these two areas.
Before this road, we were not feeling fine, because the road made us as if we are not part of Rivers State. We were in darkness, let me say it like that. Our crops cannot move anywhere. People from Township, Port Harcourt, elsewhere cannot come to buy our crops. That is our food. See, we weren't happy then. Now, with what the governor did, he has put a smile on our face.
This road is the Igruta Chokocho Road. It cuts across Ikwere local government and Eche local government. This road was a no-go area. No vehicle could access this route. It's a road that leads into the Eche communities. So for people to go to their communities, they have to route, because of the deplorable state of the road, they have to route it through Owerri and back, because of how bad the road was. But the story is different now. It's a very short route to go to Port Harcourt, Owerri Airport, and all of that. Okay. So on my left is the Chokocho Umechim Ozuzu Road. It's a 18.5 kilometer road. It was also very, very bad. And as we know that the people of Eche are predominantly farmers, it became difficult for them to move their farm products to Port Harcourt and its environs. But because of the state of the road now, it's a lot easier, which is affecting the economy of the state and that of the nation at large.
The whole community is happy about this road network. Prior before this time, this road, especially rainy season, we found it difficult to even bike or vehicle to penetrate down here. Now today you can see, by the help of our governor, we can be able to move on this road with vehicle. So we're happy.
I'm happy. The people in the climb are very happy with what we have seen from the state government. Because since the session of government in Rivers State, we have not seen this kind of project. They are working up to 15 rows, which is about 25 kilometers. 25 kilometers.
If you look at this road, it's just like a runway. We have never gotten it. After the construction of this road by East Joint in 1962, when they were building Rumekwe flow station, that was the first time we saw what would look like a road. But today, I think the governor has written his name here in Elela Limini because of this singular road.
They have done a good job. Now the road is now motorable for everybody to pass in and come in. And this road, this Ndoni Street, leads to many roads in Omok. So everybody is now happy on signing the road.
The road became very bad and flooded. A lot of persons in the neighborhood packed out. As you can see, life has returned back to this side of the town.
You know, this road is about 14 kilometers, and we are doing reconstruction and rehabilitation.
The road, as you can see, it is a road that cuts across almost 6 communities. That is from Olahoda to Odereke, Ubie. The road is so important to us because people living in this road, the community, their major occupation is farming and fishing. So we are very grateful that the road has come on to stay.
The road gets from Alahoda to Odereke Ubie, where the paramount ruler of the whole community, the whole Ekpe, is living. It's a very busy road, and we thank His Excellency.
If you know Port Harcourt very well, you know Garrison, the popular Garrison Junction. That is when you are going to Transamadi. Transamadi is the industrial hub of the state. That road was awarded by the previous administration at a cost of about 40-something billion. And it takes you from Garrison down to East-West Road if you are going to Eleme. That road has how many bridges? It has one bridge at Weja, between Mpogo and Obunabali. That's where I have Weja and Elekaya. Then it has another bridge at the slaughter. We have the slaughter. Then it has another bridge between Woji and Elelewu. So altogether, it has 3 bridges. And I'm happy today that we have gone far and making available the funds. The contractors are working day and night with street lights. So it's a major road project that we're happy that we're taking on. Again, if you take the where Dr. Peter lives road, which is also linking to Transamadi, and you pass Aboloma, then from Woji Abajo. When I came on board, like I said, that road was not awarded by my administration. It was awarded by the previous administration to Rafale at the cost of 11 billion or thereabouts. I got 11 billion. And what was paid to the contractors then was about 3 or 4 billion. As I speak to you, we have paid to the contractor not less than 7 billion naira. And that our happiness today is that we have completed the bridge. So we have crossed, and then they are now linking the Abajo axis. As I spoke to you yesterday, I was there to discuss with the company and Julius Berger. Julius Berger is doing the one from Elelewu Abajo. When you are coming from, if you know where the Oyemi market is, from that area, you enter Elelewu from Elelewu to Abajo going to East-West Road. That road again was awarded by the previous administration to a local contractor, but did not mobilize the local contractor. It's about 7-point-something a kilometer. As I speak to you today, that's the only way we cancel and give to Julius Berger, because we know the importance of that road. And we said, no, I think Julius Berger has the capacity to do such a road. Now again, look at the road network in the state. As I speak to you, the popular road they call the Professor Tandem Web Boulevard, which we call Obirikwere, to airport. That road was awarded in 2008 by the previous administration to Jito Nigeria Limited. Anybody who is in this state would know that that road was an armed robbers den, was a nightmare. And so when we came on board, we invited the Deputy Senate President, Senator Ike Ekweremadu, to come and flag off the reconstruction of that road. As I speak to you today, from that East-West Road going to at the airport. So most people now will no longer take the popular Ikure road to the airport. Most people now take from this East-West Road axis to airport. The road opposite the international airport Another road again we are doing now is the one from Rupoku, from Ikure Road, down to the new airport road, we call Rupoku to Arlo. That road we awarded to Xerox, and as I speak to you now, we have completed that road. It's about 6.7 kilometers to Xerox Construction Company. And that was one of the roads that His Excellency, the acting president, will be coming to commission. Another road we have also done is the Chokocho Umechem Osusu. It's about 18 kilometers. We awarded it to Setraco. As I speak to you, that road has been completed, will be commissioned by the acting president when he comes. So there are so many road projects we have tackled. Within the Obiakpo axis, within the Port Harcourt axis, so much roads we have done. Even if you go outside in Abu Odwa, a major road is being done by MCC, Monia Construction Company. That road is about 8-point-something kilometers. You go to Akoko Toro. When we came on board, a small bridge. I mean, it was awarded by the previous administration, but they couldn't complete it.
Here business are not moving properly because of the bad road, and you can see some people they have come back to renovating their houses, then building houses, fencing their lands because the road is more terrible, and some people fix their shops in order.
Formerly, this road was too bad, and as a Keke driver, that very time I couldn't ply this road. Now it is more terrible, and you can see I'm here working. I'm no more going far away inside the town again to work.
We're happy for our governor because since our governor entered, we are enjoying it. I like to work because he's working every year.
It's like God sent to us. His Excellency, Chief Barrister Momoye Sowike, is a God sent.
I want to thank the governor, which is our governor, the Honorable Governor Nyesom Wike, for his kind of person. Whatever he wants to do, he do it. And today we have this road being well constructed by the company called Hado.
Would you believe that in Port Harcourt, and that amazes me, ordinary street lights, people are dancing. And you ask yourself, hi, what's the problem? Ordinary street lights, why are they dancing, why are they happy? Because such a common thing, as we may refer it, they have not seen it for the past 8 years. You mean, Port Harcourt is coming back to what it used to be. So you ask yourself, what is street light? Ordinarily. But I can tell you, it has given a different look as far as Port Harcourt is concerned. Nightlife is going on here and there. So we have so much roads that we have done, and we have completed others that have been awarded by the previous administration. Okay, just to give you an example. At the back of Government House here, where you have where LNG is building their headquarters, and there was a bridge. That road was not completed. Why? The bridge was not done. You cannot go to Mpogu through the Dr. Peter Little. People now pass through Transamani all the way and come back to Mpogu. So we did that bridge. Then the other aspect of it collapsed. And we called the contractor. Look, we have to rebuild this phase of it, which is the phase 2. And we paid the money. That was the bridge that was commissioned by the former president, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. As you pass there today, you see how happy people are. Now, there used to be a mangrove area there, where it was like the den of armed robbers, killers, criminals. They kill you, they throw in there. And we said, look, what do? Let's acquire this land. It was for a swampy area, water. You can go there and see. We gave it out to the company, and it's about 40-something hectares of land. Go and see the reclamation taking place there. It has changed the entire space. The outlook of the place is so beautiful. People are even rushing out to say, look, we're interested, companies are coming. Major investors are coming. We're interested in this particular land. Why? Because of what we have done. That is to attract investors. People are saying, look, Port Harcourt has changed.
Imagine a beautiful scenic park in the heart of the city, which sits on 17 hectares of land, an artificial lake, boat rides, children's play area, 2 football pitches, a restaurant, a mini golf course, a 2-kilometer walkway and running path, 7 outdoor fitness points and a climbing tower. No, you're not in Europe, but the beautiful city of Port Harcourt. The site of the pleasure park in Port Harcourt was a borough pit that turned to a hideout for undesirable elements. Its transformation is an example of how deliberate government intervention can lead to urban regeneration and provide a facility for recreation and entertainment.
This place is awesome. I am seeing things I've never seen before, and I'm about to go on a boat ride which I have never gone on before. If you're not here, you're missing out.
In fact, as at yesterday, Saturday, when I got the report from the management of that place, over 5,000 people are trooping in there.
I think it's the love of the people, and this is a demonstration from His Excellency Governor Nyesom Wike that the people should live long, they should be happy, and it boosts tourism. Why do we have to go to Europe or America to take holiday?
Future development of the pleasure park will incorporate a 5-star hotel, underground shopping mall, and a 200-capacity 5D cinema. This will further boost the state's economic portfolio, attracting businesses, tourists, and providing gainful employment for citizens. It's barely 4 p.m. and traffic on the Rumukoro Road is building up. This is made worse by street traders and hawkers trading along the road. Commercial bus operators also drop off and pick up commuters, thereby making commuting on this section of the road a nightmare. In a bid to free up traffic, Governor Nyesom Wike started the Rumukoro Market and Bus Park.
Well, standing here is 18,000 square meters of markets and a bus terminal.
The market features 91 lock-up shops, 608 retail tables for petty traders, 80-capacity bus park with 12 ticketing points, a parking lot for market patrons, potable water, and 20 toilets for general use. The judiciary has also received the magic touch of Governor Wike. The Federal Court of Appeal, Moscow Road, has been remodeled and reconstructed with brand new courtrooms and judges' chambers.
Look at judiciary. Look at where the Federal High Court is since the first state was created in 1967. Go and see. But if we do not sit down to build a standard court for the Federal High Court, look at our Court of Appeal. What's going on there? We have to give helping hand. That's what we're trying to do. Every institution, every sector must be touched to improve.
The same wand is at work at the National Industrial Court Complex. The new state-of-the-art NBA complex is also a sight to behold. It is a 3-story building housing a 1,250-capacity auditorium on the ground floor and 3 other auditoriums on the other floors. In a bid to foster unity amongst all persons in the state, an interdenominational worship center where everyone can come and worship, irrespective of their denominational leaning, was conceived and constructed. It is aptly named the Ecumenical Center. Spiff between 1974 and 1975, the approximately 42-year-old monument had been left to rot for the better part of the last 30 years. Within 2 years, Wike has reversed this trend with a total overhaul of the facility. Today, the building wears a new shiny look, while renovation work continues at a frenzied pace. On assumption of office, His Excellency Governor Nyesom Wike began the construction and renovation of significant structures within the Government House complex. They include the renovation and expansion of the old brick house, the Presidential Guest House, beautification and landscaping of the brick house premises, building of a new 200-capacity Government House non-denominational chapel, and a state-of-the-art dome. Apart from the primary duty of saving lives and increasing the lifespan of the populace, a good healthcare system also plays a key economic function by providing employment opportunities and attracting businesses. Governor Wike understands this and has thus put in place policies and structures to revive healthcare facilities in Rivers State.
We have general hospitals littered all over the places. So we felt we have to bring back the general hospital, renovate them.
Like many general hospitals which had not seen any renovation and rehabilitation since the early 70s and 80s when they were first constructed, these hospitals had been abandoned and allowed to rot away.
If you go to Buguma, what our general hospital was, if you see the picture, you will cry. And look at what it is today. If you go to Abonima, look at what the general hospital was and see what it is today. If you go to Abu Odwa, see what the general hospital was and see what it is today. We are doing those things because we want to bring health closer to the people.
This is the General Hospital Abua, recently reconstructed and rehabilitated by the Wike administration.
It's a secondary healthcare facility that serves the whole of Abua, Odwa, Ahuda, Emo, as the case may be. Before now, when we came here, at the inception of His Excellency's administration, what we met was a pineapple orchard with other crops in the field. And in some houses, there were like palm trees growing inside some of the wards.
This place was like, if you recall, it was a mini bush because we had grasses all over, we had virtually all the buildings dilapidated.
A tree in the center of the main ward.
The rain was falling directly inside. The place was dilapidated completely.
But if you go there, you can now recognize it again.
Today is a different case.
It's as if it's in a foreign country where the hospital has been changed. There's new structure everywhere. It's renovated. We're happy with the situation we are seeing now.
The renovation is total, is encompassing. Everywhere, the quarters, the wards and all that, everywhere is being renovated, as you can see.
It is the effort of Wike himself, the project manager. You understand?
We're happy. Everybody is happy.
The renovation has helped the patient, and it has even helped us because the renovation extended to our quarters. We are comfortable now. There's a light, there's new quarters now. There's good morale in working now. We are comfortable with the environment.
It's like 1-bedroom flat, and it's fine now, which is far better than before.
This is also the General Hospital in Buguma, newly reconstructed and fit for purpose.
It's a 55-bed hospital, a secondary healthcare facility that serves the whole of this region. Buguma, as the case may be, maybe Abonima and Emoha people.
In total, 12 general hospitals, a neuropsychiatric hospital, and 4 zonal hospitals, amongst others, are being renovated and constructed. They include General Hospital Bodo, General Hospital Abonima, General Hospital Okrika.
If we say it was terribly bad, that would be understatement. It was worse than terribly bad. But with the new government of Ezebunwo Nyesom Wike, we are all smiling now because we never expected this kind of thing to happen to us.
By the time it's completed, medical and surgical services will be rendered to the general public, the people who use here, and there will be outpatient and inpatient services as well.
The facility were too bad, no water, no light, nothing was really happening. But now it has been turned to something else. The hospital is very beautiful, the wards are tiled, water is going to run through the wards, there's going to be light, there's going to be fun, the lawns will be well taken care of. In fact, we are expecting that this hospital will go to the next level in terms of secondary healthcare, because this hospital was built as a secondary healthcare facility in this state. If everybody who came here before and who has come here now has testified that something miraculous has happened, we never thought this hospital could be as beautiful as this.
Right now, this massive renovation is the first time you can see the structures. Some of them you cannot even attest to the integrity of the structures. For instance, the upstairs building, which had to be brought down because integrity cannot be confirmed. So you can see that virtually the mortuary, the morgue, all those things have been redone. Some of them are being de-roofed and roofed. And you can see that canteen has been renovated. Several other structures have been renovated. We have to thank our governor for this kind of interest in the Okrika community.
Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Rumigbo.
Even though the hospital was a functional hospital before the commencement of the renovation project initiated by His Excellency, the state was actually in a very dilapidated state. Most of our buildings were cracked, the roofs had capitulated and caved in most places. In fact, during consultations, patients and doctors alike were actually sometimes exposed to the elements. And the same situation was also present in the wards where patients on admission, patients that were receiving inpatient care, were sometimes exposed to the elements when the roofs started falling in. For the walls, most of the walls were cracking and falling apart. So that's the situation in which we found ourselves. For the use of facilities within the hospital, we didn't have enough toilet facilities, for instance. But with the current reconstruction and renovation, that facility has been expanded. So patients are actually likely to be more comfortable when they are admitted into the wards compared to what it was in the past.
The renovation is very good, and we the people of Andoni, we are very happy with the executive governor for renovating the hospital. So some people are dying. Pregnant women used to die. Young children, adult people used to die because there is no any other hospital apart from this hospital in the land of Andoni in general.
Total renovation. The roof were removed, it was de-roofed, electricity were bad and it has been restored. The road we are standing now, there was nothing like this before.
There was a day I carried a relative of mine that was an epilepsy patient, and he was coming to the hospital, but because of there was water, there was no way for him to march in here because the epilepsy they do prevent from water.
The place was bad. It was not looking good. Everywhere was scattered. Before our governor came to said he will help us to build a good clinic so that we will not rush our patient to other places.
You can see the fence has been rehabilitated and painted. Thank God that the intervention of our governor has brought it to this extent we have seen now.
During the campaign, he made a word that he will do something like this, and he has been a man that have kept to his ways.
4 zonal hospitals are also under construction. There is also the Braithwaite Memorial Specialist Hospital and the Mother and Child Hospital undergoing construction in Port Harcourt.
Mother and Child will help with it's good conception. It will help us. So let people know that this is a specialist hospital that take care of mothers and children.
This is the brand new government secondary school, Rumukuta. Shiny, beautiful, and fit for learning. Before this administration, the government girls' secondary school, Rumukuta, which used to be a boarding school, had slipped into terrible decay due to many years of neglect and abandonment. Under the rehabilitation, all the structures except one were demolished, given way to brand new facilities. Even the school field was replanted.
Before we have this, the buildings here were an eyesore. Very, very bad, in a bad condition, that at times, if it is raining, we are being wet inside the classrooms.
We had poor classrooms, poor environment, poor structures and everything.
From a section that housed primary school through the rest of the school, you can see structures that were in advanced state of decay. And so it was not something that you can renovate. The only option was to rebuild the school.
And my policy is, look, it's not the structure. What is important is renovate the buildings, provide the basic infrastructure, and people will be happy.
Even the internal roads, it got to a stage where teachers cannot come into this compound. When they drive in, they stop at the gates. And then they have hurdles of walking down to the school. But today, you can walk freely, you can drive freely.
This school was one of the schools that no parents would like to enroll his or her child to this school. But now, the school is in a conducive environment. I want to say a very big thank you to our governor.
The school now boasts of a new 1,000-plus capacity multipurpose assembly hall, 48 classrooms with a capacity for 1,200 junior students and 1,300 senior students, 14 remodeled 2-bedroom staff quarters and a 4-bedroom principal quarters, sick bay and counseling units, new chemistry, biology, agricultural, ICT and home economics laboratories, a remodeled library, a dining hall, plus 4 ultra-modern hostel complexes to house 240 students each. Built to resume fully as a boarding school come September 2017, Government Girls Secondary School, Rumuokwuta stands to be the best boarding school in Rivers State with professionally qualified and constantly retrained teachers. The Rumuokwuta magic has also been replicated in the construction of Yemweni Grammar School, Abonima.
What you are seeing ongoing at the moment are ongoing works in readiness for the return to full boarding status around about September this year. You can also observe that there are internal road constructions. You can imagine what this place had been before this had been started. It was indeed hellish.
The reconstruction and remodeling of Government Secondary School, Ogu, and Birabi Memorial Grammar School. Succor has also come the way of students in state-owned tertiary institutions in the wake of sweeping developments initiated by the present administration. The Rivers State University, formerly Rivers State University of Science and Technology, has benefited immensely as key projects have either been completed or are ongoing. Topping the completed projects is the Graham Douglas Building in the Faculty of Law. It boasts a 1,000-seater auditorium, an ultra-modern moot court, an e-center with state-of-the-art computers and learning materials, as well as a library designed to assist law students, lawyers, and even judges.
Going to a school where you have imposing structures is important because you don't look inferior when you go out to other places.
Our universities are so competent that you don't need to go to overseas to read these courses.
Projects nearing completion include the construction of brand new buildings for the Faculty of Science and Technical Education and the newly accredited College of Medical Sciences. Others are the reconstruction of buildings for the Faculty of Management Science and the Faculty of Science and Technical Education. Determined to make Rivers State a choice destination for investors, the Wike administration realized early that the security of lives and property was fundamental.
We came to look at the security of the... Yes, we agree. All over Nigeria, there's so much insecurity. You go to Lagos problem, you go to Kaduna problem, you go to Kogi problem, you go to Imo problem, everywhere. And it has been a problem, and we thank God. When we started this amnesty thing, they wanted to sabotage it. Nobody thought it would work. They said it was a political gimmick. How do you play politics with security, with life of people? Today, you and I know, we cannot completely say Rivers State is a crime-free state. No state can be crime-free. No state, no country. But to the level that people have, the security agencies are working.
A state that had become associated with all sorts of security challenges has gradually shed that bad image for a friendly and peaceful state with a refreshing nightlife. People now move about freely without fear of molestation. Businesses are booming again, lives and property safe. It is thanks to Governor Nyesom Wike's relentless efforts to ensure a safe environment for investment and leisure through collaboration with the security agencies and critical stakeholders to fight crime. Some of the major steps towards better security include procurement and donation of 64 patrol vehicles fitted with sophisticated communication gadgets and 20 Toyota Hilux vehicles to the security agencies. The construction of the Bonny, Bile, Nembe and Okrika jetties signposts the current administration's intention to invest in transport infrastructure to boost the state's economy.
Up to this time, you hardly will find where I'm standing now. There was nothing like this. Just behind me, it's where people could load, and to get into the boat, they have to walk into the swamps, to get into the boat, into the water.
Before our amiable, the project governor came, there was a jetty here, but it's a dilapidated one. People, miscreants, use this place. Passengers don't come near this place. But our amiable governor find it wise for Okrika people to use this, or to make use of this place and to make it useful for people to use. He came in not only renovating it, he expanded it. Not only expanding it, he renovated the pavilion itself and provided a place where passengers, when they disembark, if there is rain, where they will stay, rain will not reach them, and passengers who are going out too will stay.
This is a center of flow, of movement for people going from Okrika to Port Harcourt to Eleme and the rest of them.
Then they've renovated it, and it's very convenient for us now to use it.
Governor Wike is touching every facet of life of the Rivers people. From the building of new roads and bridges, to the construction of schools, hospitals, recreational facilities, the reclamation projects, and the school bus service. Many communities forgotten by previous administrations are feeling the impact of governance for the first time after decades of neglect. This is unprecedented.